Good day. Here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. sees an increase in his net satisfaction rating, rising to positive 27 from a moderate positive 20 in March 2024, according to the latest Social Weather Station survey. The survey, conducted from June 23 to July 1, 2024, found that 55% of adult Filipinos are satisfied, 15% are undecided, and 28% are dissatisfied with the president's performance. SWS reports that since March 2024, gross satisfaction with President Marcos increased from 50%, gross undecided fell from 19%, and gross dissatisfaction slightly decreased from 31%. Regionally, President Marcos' net satisfaction rating was highest in Balance Luzon at positive 38, followed by Metro Manila at positive 30, Visayas at a moderate positive 26, and Mindanao at a neutral positive 5. Likewise, net satisfaction in Mindanao increased by 24 percentage points, rising from a poor negative 19 in March 2024 to a neutral positive 5 in the latest survey. The survey also revealed that 9% of adult Filipinos believe President Marcos will be able to fulfill all or nearly all of his promises. 17% expect him to fulfill most of his promises. 48% expect him to fulfill a few, and 23% think he will fulfill none or almost none. Additionally, 8% of respondents believe the Philippines has greatly benefited from President Marcos' foreign trips. 37% said the country has benefited much. 34% said it has received little benefit, and 17% said it has received almost no benefit at all. Sanaa's government in Yemen has extended necessary medical assistance to Filipino crew members of the MV Galaxy Leader who are exhibiting symptoms of malaria, according to an update from the Department of Foreign Affairs to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. In a memorandum dated July 30, Honorary Consul to Yemen Muhammad Saleh Al-Jamal confirmed that several Filipino crew members were experiencing significant health issues due to malaria symptoms. Al-Jamal sought assistance from Sanaa authorities on humanitarian grounds due to the declining health of the crew members. In response, Sanaa authorities assured the provision of assistance by notifying relevant officials and sending specialized doctors to the vessel to carry out necessary medical procedures. Sanaa, under Houthi control, is the capital of the largest city of Yemen. Regarding the release of the Filipino crew members, the Sanaa government says it would depend on external factors and that negotiations are possible. It says the matter will be discussed with specialists and the presidency of the Yemeni Republic under the Houthi government. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. earlier expressed relief as he announced that none of the 17 Filipino seafarers under the custody of the Houthis were affected by the recent Israeli attack on the port of Hodeidah, Yemen. In his social media post, the president reassured families of the seafarers in the Philippines that the government has been doing all means for their safe return to the country. Transport groups supporting the Public Transport Modernization Program, or PTMP, announced that they will go on strike to oppose Senate resolution calling for the suspension of the program. Daangat Kooperatiba at Korporasyon ng Alyansang Pilipino para sa Modernisasyon, or AKAP-MO, is planning a synchronized unity walk on Monday, August 5, to urge authorities to address their concerns in the transport sector. Ed Comia, convener of AKAP-MO, said the Senate should consider the fact that 83% of their public utility vehicles all over the country are already modernized. The group expressed support for the PTMP, saying it is beneficial for the improvement of the country's public transportation. Transport Group Manibela, meanwhile, said it will offer free rides to commuters should Pro-PTMP transport groups push through their strike. Manibela, which has been calling for the program's suspension, also urged the House to approve a similar resolution as the Senate's. The transport groups, known as the Magnificent Seven, earlier said they would go on strike should the Senate push through with the resolution. 22 senators have signed a resolution calling for the temporary suspension of the PTMP. The Department of Social Welfare and Development is offering a variety of programs and services to help fisherfolk affected by the oil spill in Limay, Bataan. DSWD Program Management Bureau Assistant Director Edwin Morata says fisherfolk and their families may apply for aid under the Ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita or AKAP program. Under AKAP, each affected fisherfolk may receive up to 10,000 pesos in cash assistance, and Morata said the agency would assess what additional aid could be extended to them besides their daily needs. Other forms of assistance include medical or burial aid in case someone in their family perished during the disaster. Meanwhile, local government units could request food boxes for the affected families. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. earlier ordered the creation of an interagency task force to address the effects of the oil spill from the MT Terra Nova, which sank on July 25. The Department of Agriculture assures that the country has a stable supply of rice with the arrival of a large volume of rice imported under lowered tariffs. The DA announced that the country has imported more than 101,000 metric tons of rice as of July 25. The tariffs are lowered from 35% to 15% following the implementation of Executive Order No. 62. DA Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa says based on data from the Bureau of Plant Industry, about 2.4 million metric tons of rice arrived from January to the third week of July. He also noted that the National Food Authority has secured 3.5 million bags of palay during the dry harvest season. He said these ensure a stable rice supply despite the effects of Super Typhoon Karina, the enhanced southwest monsoon, and the looming La Nina. The DA also assures rice retail prices are unlikely to increase. As of July 31, local regular milled rice in Metro Manila is worth 45 to 50 pesos per kilogram, while local well-milled rice is set at 48 to 55 pesos per kilo. Imported regular milled rice is pegged at 47 to 48 pesos per kilo, while imported well-milled rice is at 51 to 53 pesos per kilo. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I'm Wilnard Basilonia, and this is the PNA headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.